Is this mic on? Is it on? I'm just wondering. Lisa, is this mic? Lisa, I asked you. Is this mic? No. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Get that music up and running in the background. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Baby. I guess that's been a thing. Taking a look at Bitcoin. A lot of people are buying it. A lot of people are getting in. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but maybe, just maybe, you want to research Bitcoin and find out what's going on. Why is so many people talking about Bitcoin? What's going on with this thing called Bitcoin? Why are all these crypto people running around doing what they want with their lives? What is happening? Is there a revolution, a generational change, a renaissance of sorts? Something's happening with cryptocurrency, and you might want to jump on in and be a part of it. I don't know. You tell me. It's up to you. Okay. Moving forward. If you were with me earlier today, we were talking about Bitcoin, and we saw how it reversed back on the 15-minute time frame. I even zoomed in on the 1 minute, and what we were doing is we were looking for that reversal pattern, those moves, those smooth moves. Lo and behold, I saw us coming down. I said, can we make this right shoulder and the, right? And we ended up filling out the pattern like so and making the move to the upside, which is absolutely amazing. And again, away from the 21, snap to the 20 to 200, and then if you can get above it, you can make a bigger move to the upside. What's amazing about this too is this was the exact bounce off, and I like if you take away everything and just look, right off of the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. There also was some hidden bullish divergence, right? And if you pull that 786 Fibonacci retracement, right? So like all the beautiful goods that you look for, low stochastic, and we did get the bounce back to the upside for Bitcoin, back to 37,005, which I find pretty interesting. But I deleted it all. We're going to get into it all. We're going to see where Bitcoin is again. I get rid of the moving averages for now. I want to take a look at the Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. That's it. Not a long one. That's it. Not like it used to be. All right, so look, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. It opened at 37,359 and 85 cents. The high was 38,414 even. 38,414 even. I repeat, and this is on Binance. The low was 35,632 and 1 penny, and it closed at $37,447.43, up 87.57, up 0.23% on the week. Interesting. And look at the candle. Very interesting candle, right? Very interesting candle. And it just closed not too long ago. What do we say to that? I don't know. I do not know. Did it close that? Yeah, it should have closed by now. I believe it has. Make sure. I don't want to be wrong. Yes, but this should be the newer candle now. Opening at 37. Yeah, it's gone up 63 bucks on the day. The one thing I kept talking about is the 5-day candle, right? And if the 5-day can stay above these key levels, and this is why I love the 5-day chart. So anyway, we're going to get back into everything that we talk about on this channel. Because what I do is once I find an idea, we stick with it. And we watch that idea flourish and build. And if we can do that through time, we can build consistency, right? And so, remember I kept saying, this is a key level. I said, we don't have to worry about the bears or people screaming about us dumping unless we break back into this channel, right? But if we did, then I said, okay, if we break back inside here, this is a bull trap. We break back inside, and there's a chance we could bounce, get some hidden bullish, and continue, but we're at least coming back down to here. And then if we lose that, then there's some other levels we're going to watch, right? So, it's not like out of the blue that Bitcoin could end up down here. Who here in the chat believes Bitcoin could end up down there? Anybody out there thinks that Bitcoin could actually end up down there? Or not, whatever you believe. Or do you think it's possible? Not what you think, but you think it's possible that you could see Bitcoin at 21,900 again. Right? Okay. I mean, maybe, yes or no, but the idea is anything is possible. That's the thing. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. So if that's the key, if that's what can happen, then we have to be okay, you know? All right. It just has to, you know. Now again, now we have a bounce here on the weekly, and this is where we got rejected. We want to get back above these key levels here and here. All right. $37.5 even right now to the dot. Still, even still, just like flat. So if Bitcoin can get back above the key level right here at 37,924.77, then we can get a nice pump all the way back up to 43K. Like it's not, look, there's just not a lot of resistance here. There really isn't. And then once you get up there, there's just nothing. It's not going to take long to get into these zones here at 48,050K. You know, there's just not, you know, this is the key right here. We have to flip this key area though. You know, support and resistance is so interesting because like once you get above it, anything is possible. Once you stay below it, everything is possible the other way. You know, it's like, and right here, we're right at the precipice of time and space for Bitcoin. You know, we really want to see it get back above these key levels and hang out. Now, it did break this level, which is amazing. And now because that has a support zone that we've gotten back above, you know, we definitely have some support at 36,000 on the weekly. But it's not like we have tons and tons of support on the weekly too. And there's that key level right there too at about, what, 35K. So you can see that there's some, you know, there's some support here. Can you look at ALGO on the daily and the moving averages? Prayers, brother. Shout out to Johnny Rum. Thank you for the $5 super chat. God bless you, Johnny Rum. Everybody, take it away, Johnny. Johnny Rum for $5. Thank you. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the love. So if Bitcoin gets above this key level in the weekly, all right, and then that's where I move into the 5-day. That's where I flip on the moving averages. And, you know, I kept saying as long as the 5-day chart keeps closing candles above the 200 SMA, the 21 keeps coming up towards the 200 SMA with that, bringing that 50 with it there. Preemptive golden cross, like for, you know, that's not going to happen maybe for 20 to 30 days, and maybe even longer. It could be 45, could be 50, you know, 10 5-day candles or something, which they'll go by faster than we realize. But these key areas, you know, I'm watching them a lot. So as long as we don't go back inside, as long as we stay above this 200 SMA, we're going to be pretty good to go for Bitcoin as far as it happens for a bull run. You know, if not, it's a fake out rally. We'll be here somewhere, and I'll look for the bearish retest, and we'll watch us come back down, which could then be a bounce, and then we could come back up. Or if we lose this key level, we're dropping down to these levels. So there's a chance we go down here, you know, as unlikely as it may be for everyone to think, and as most people probably would like want to leave the stream just for me saying that. And some people may be happy. They're like, yes, I'm in a short and I need it, or I want a short. You know, you never know. Can you look at DOMI online? Yeah, DOMI. Shout out to Fast Easy Cash for the Canadian $2. Thank you. God bless you, brother. Shout out to Crypto Billy in the house. Shout out to GF Burke. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live stream. We're going to 10K. Yeah, we're going all the way to 5K, maybe 3K. I'll do the tone phase. We're going to 1K. $1,000. We're all the way down the tubes. All right. So here's the deal. We could still be in this beautiful channel on our way for greatness. 3-day chart too. Now the only thing about the 3-day chart is we're getting extended. You know, and now we're starting to make a little bit of bearish div that I was like always saying, hey, we don't have yet. Starting to get it, you know. And the stochastics are also a little spent. So just, you know, there's now a little bit of warning. We're getting into the high pitch zones, so to speak. The high pitch zones. And, you know, the crypto fear and greed index is starting to get, oh, you know, I like that they reset it. It was a little higher than I thought it should have been. But look, it says now 73, but it's flipped to 66. We'll just reset. Let's see what's going on. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So, yeah, 66 is coming down a little bit. I'd like to see it more down into these areas. This is really where the times It says, you know, and usually we get the fear, so I don't know. It's interesting. MX is looking nice. Check it out. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Bryson Gonzalez. Thank you for jumping on in for the 199 super chat. God bless you so much for the super chat. You're the man. All the people that fan funded. We have another one here too. Thank you for your time, Sam. Shout out to Stas. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here. So remember, keep a level head. Always remind yourself where Bitcoin is in the big scheme of things. You know what I mean? Don't get too caught up. Do you see a salmon cup in handy? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have it charted in the trading group. We were watching it. Riff USDT, said Nathan Ward. God bless you, Nathan. Thank you for being here. Okay, so we watched the 3-day. Now we're going to move into the daily. And the daily looking good, you know. It's kind of doing its thing. When the stochastics reset the way they did like this in double bottom, and you stay up here above a key level, remember, ever since we flipped this level, we have never really challenged it back. But, you know, no daily candle really wants to close below 35.5. And so 35.5 really is right now like a level. As long as we stay above, there's really just no bearishness for me. You know, again, it's amazing. Like, it's a battle right here. Look at all these crazy daily candles. But to me, you know, we could just, like I've been saying, we could just be making this ascending triangle, just doing our thing, getting ready for a bigger move. And then if we go to the 4-hour, same thing as I was talking about. You know, an ascending triangle. You could even say, hey, that one was like a dump out. The true pattern is here. And I've been sticking to this idea, you know. So nothing has changed even from today's little dump. Really just confirm the pattern has some strength. Now the risk reward is a little different now. You know, that makes the pattern slightly off for me. Right? I'd have to do the stop like a little into danger zone, like right here. Not the worst, but anyway, so everything still looks interesting to me for Bitcoin to get a move. I like the 4-hour. And if we isolate the 4-hour too, sometimes you want to just isolate some time frames for yourself and just take a look at like what under the hood, so to speak. Thank you so much. God bless you. Appreciate that. Thank you for showing up daily. PRQ, please. God bless you, brother. Celebrate his first super chat, Signified. God bless you. Thank you so much for your first super chat on the live. May you stay blessed. Thank you so much. Very nice of you. 705 people on the live. 209 likes. God bless you on this Sunday night as people are ending, you know, their Thanksgiving weekend with their families. And it was supposed to be for me just when you say goodbye to everyone and everyone hugs each other and everyone really relaxed and had a good time. But for us, it was probably one of the most stressful things that's ever happened to me, you know. But again, what are you going to do? I become callous. 38,660, 39,980, and 42K are the upward bands of liquidity for Bitcoin. All right, as we take a look here on the heat map, see 38,590, 39,960, 42,000. And we still have like a whole batch of liquidity below us, and even someone trying to get in down at the $33,000 level. So it's interesting. We have some, you know, a battle ahead of us. However, this big bar suggests that we'll get it first, 38,350, because it's the biggest bar and it's the closest bar, right? At the same time, anything is possible, but just so you're aware of what's happening here on BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP having the best sale you could ever get it at. You know, these are the times to jump into BOOKMAP. Link in the description below, take you to the BOOKMAP site. You can jump on in to their sale and watch liquidity. You know, see what the bars aren't telling you. See what's happening in real time with BOOKMAP. You'll absolutely love BOOKMAP. It'll blow your mind. Thank you for the wisdom and the intense inspiration. You are my number one inspiration, bro. If only you knew how your trials and triumph helped me my way. I am more dedicated. We love and miss you, friend. Anyway, God bless you, man. Thank you. Jamal, I love you, brother. Thank you. God bless you and your family, Sam, and thank you. Thank you. I love you dearly. Don't get me wrong, but if you don't smash the like button, I'm going to lose it. Come on, guys. Let's get it. This man is here on a Sunday show. Some love. God bless you, brother. Live life or help myself. Jesus Coin is blessing so much that I have to help keep sharing. Thank you, man. Prayers to you and your family. I've been watching you since day one, seeing all your progress. You've come a long way. Joining your trading group this week. Wow. God bless you, brother. Your father and I are proud of you. Thank you. Use the indicators you want. Do whatever you want. Makes you happy. Exactly. Straight up, hit the like. God bless you. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Wow, it's getting crazy in here. Okay. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Okay, so here's the next thing I want to show you. The 4-hour looks like it's going to make a big move. Got this beautiful flag. Got this nice falling wedge. And I mean, that puppy looks like, it, you know, to me, I played this many times. I mean, simple is as simple does. That puppy looks like it wants to explode and pump for some gains. There's a possible trade right here sitting pretty for Bitcoin, you know. And yeah, just it looks good to me. I like what I'm seeing. For bitty Bitcoin to the upside. And it all makes sense. Target is about 39,070. And so that's something I'm looking at here for Bitcoin on tonight. You know, weekly close wasn't as violent as it could have been. Volatility is set. And again, but tonight is one of the worst nights to make a trade because of the volatility. But it also, you know, once Bitcoin gets set in his ways, things are what they are. You know, once you track Bitcoin, I'll become in Bitcoin land. My prayers with you and your family, brother. Allah is the most merciful. Voxel on the move is Binance Launchpad, Unity, and Sandbox partnership. Interesting. And still massive gains. Let's take a look at the DXY. And so the DXY here, right? Breaking below the 200 SMA. Closing the daily candle below the 200 SMA. And that's kind of, you know, the beginning of, you know, of a longer road of descent for many an asset. You know, you flip it the other way, it's like you guys are coming above it and you're going to pump, right? How many times? And then the asset will just boom. Same thing, you know, when you get below it, I mean, boom. You got the shoulder, head, and shoulder, you're breaking down. And so, you know, I don't like seeing the dollar go down in a way. I love my country. It's strange for me. But, you know, this says that this is going to start to make a move down. And it's got a pretty long leg. And we might get a little bounce in some up and down areas, but as long as you stay below 104.33, the dollar has a long way to go down. You know? It really does. All right. So that's one thing that I'm looking at. And then it get all the way to like 101, 350. All right. And that's just something that I've been looking at. So DXY not looking absolutely amazing. I see Bitcoin getting a pump here on the 4-hour time frame. It's prime and ready after that low time frame bounce to the upside. Right? Have you been on nope. Okay, wow. ALGO, DOMI, MX, and Riff. Wow, it's amazing. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. I'm like, and I'm not joking. You know, we nailed Bitcoin. We got it done. So I see Algo in this flag. See, bit of a nice cup and handle, flagging out, and I feel like it's only a matter of time. It's gonna break out of this flag. Look, shoulder, head, little right shoulder. Yeah, anywhere in this range, which is really between 12.5 and 14 cents, is to me like a great accumulation zone. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not saying you should be taking a financial advice. I'm just on the charts. That's a really good zonage for me. And then the target is about 20 cents. You know, into December somewhere. So yeah, Algo to me is looking for a move to the upside. Shout out to everybody here at 49,000 on our way to 50K. Please hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, So you can find out when he posts our next video. We do all sorts of different videos here, not just the live stream. Shout out to Lee. Here's some more love from Jesus Coin, man. God bless you, man. The light always wins. Thank you. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Okay, let's take a look at DOMI Online, MX, and everything out there. Let's look at Fort Coinbase, please. Wow. Number one, like, see how it has a lack of liquidity? Like, see how it has so many, like, you can already tell by the candles, it's lightly traded and it's going to be tight. Kind of looks like some type of, I don't know. That chart looks horrible. Yeah. I don't know. That's a low cap. Maybe it has something that I don't know about, but like as a charter, low cap. Like, it looks like something that either you'd have to really believe in. Slightly double bottoming here, a little lower low though. You'd want to really see it break back above 16 and hit that as like an area of support and resistance. Otherwise, it's, I don't know. It's tough. I don't find it amazing. So, yeah. I don't know. It's an ugly chart of all the charts I've looked at in a long time. Yeah, let's see what else we got going on here. We got DOMI Online, remember? Now, DOMI's on Poloniex, but you can also get it on, like, some decentralized exchanges as well. Right? Or Gate.io, that's where it is, DOMI. And honestly, I mean, this is a new game coming out, or it was out before. We knew about this coin last year because we used to go over it. Remember DOMI Online? And right as it came out, it looked like it was going to be hot. The market didn't really respond. And, it struggled like a lot of other newer projects. It's now sitting pretty close to the 706 inside that golden pocket area. I like what I'm seeing for DOMI. Held the, we were, our previous projections a little off there on the low. But just watching this, still waiting for more of a signal or a better sign here. But, the closer it gets to 786, the better. That, to me, it is an accumulation zone. If I like this coin, be something I may be grabbing up. I don't know if I'm all about it. It's probably going to do great and continue to pump. I mean, it's been on a nice rally, if you see. And, like, definitely, honestly, there's some hidden bullish. It's low in the, 4 hour looks good to me. Like, it's going to get a bit of a pump soon, too. All the indicators look nice. And you're sitting at like the 706 Fibonacci level. But it may drop a little more to the 7. This area is just something I'm looking at. Maybe a bounce off the 200 SMA first. But I see eventually, a move up for sure. Almost all these coins, once Bitcoin solidifies, gets another big move, everything's going to go up. Doesn't matter what you're in, The old NEXA token, which is, providing less fees, people jumping on in, right? And I see a breakout and a break back inside. You can try to open up the pattern a little bit. But to me, it looks more like this. Yeah, you broke out. Attempting to retest the zone, right? I hold some NEXA token. And could be making like a bigger megaphone on its way to a bigger channel. But as long as it stays above 260, really, that's a key level that you want to see it stay above and then kind of grow from there, 5-day chart's getting a little extended, so. But, I'd watch for this bounce on the 1 hour time frame. It's all, to me, it's all about the smaller time frames, really, on some of the altcoins, because you got to see confirmation. Almost like it looks like it's back inside the pattern again, which means you could break out. And it's remember, it's following Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin breaks out of the falling wedge, this breaks out of the falling wedge. It's in the same falling wedge Bitcoin's in, You'd be surprised when not all the time, but like once coins settle, they'll just morph into Bitcoin for the night or two, you know, and then you'll get your breakout point. So Rift's got like an interesting little flag here. Some say it's already breaking out. You know, that you could look at it in this manner here. But like really low cap, probably, you know, can't, you know, like might have a hard time filling up a $1,000 or $2,000 order. You know, I don't know. Tight. Yeah, it doesn't really call my name. You know, for like what I look at. It's okay, but again, the spread's not amazing. Just based on the candles, you know. Wait for it to get above the 200 SMA, it could probably fly, you know. That target would be 17, but I don't know. Not my cup of tea personally. I just go for like you know, I just have you know, just like certain things, I don't know. I got my ways. So yeah, I've been watching this big cup and handle on the daily for XRP. Nothing's really changed. We bounced off the area, came up, still going kind of sideways. XRP moves in very slow increments. It's a very large coin. It takes a long time, you know. That's XRP. You know, there's nothing you can really do about that. PRG USDT on Bybit, right? Or PRG. I mean, that's got like an Adam and Eve double bottom, you know, on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, you got this handle here going on. There's your golden pocket, but you made some type of cup and handle for sure. I think that's what this person was going for. I could be wrong, but you know, and then you're going to bounce off some key levels of support and resistance. If you can get one more wick down on the market, you know, a very bad red market day on a wick, the golden pocket would be nice, right? Speaking of that, let's take a look at Mara. Remember my Mara. Let's see what happened to Mara. And look, we got in at 960, all the way up at 1141. Mara making gains, right? And our weekly so far moving on a massive green candle to the upside. And you can see I called out and drew it like a cup and handle. There's the cup with the handle. We had an inverted head and shoulder on like a smaller time frame. Look at that, see? Right, and it's going to the target, to the 200 SMA. And I teach my students this on, and it's crypto, it's everything. We're going to 1211. Amazing, right? Mara, and you guys saw me do this on Webull, and I traded Mara, right? And you can and I show you can trade anything you want. It doesn't matter, right? Let's take a look at PYTH, and yeah. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. VELO, 4-hour cup and handle. Interesting. Yeah, you know, give me a task, keeps me busy. All right, so PYTH kind of broke down a little bit, right? From that beautiful high of 55 all the way back to 42. Okay. And it was a little overrated at one point, a little highly acclaimed. Right? Nice build-up. So now it's about at the buy or break even at this point. Okay. That's where someone has to decide whether it's a long-term hold or a swing bag. And usually it's a good time to do that beforehand, right? But then, you know, there's always a reassessment if need be. But, you know, coming down closer to the golden pocket, but still like where it's at. If you do take that impulse, you're kind of right there right now. You know, and this is just making its rounds. I believe people really still haven't even heard enough about PYTH. It has some good marketing because it's getting its name out there pretty fast. RSI is low again too, telling us there could be some love. And so, you know, I don't believe we heard the last of this coin. but I don't know if it's exactly the right time to buy at the present moment. I like to see one more low and then have this be the breakout and the retest of about 45. Come in for there for the swing all the way up to 70, you know. But I'd like to play it perfect if possible. I mean, you know, if I can. So I'm looking for possibly another low, a breakout, and a retest, and that would be an interesting move. All right, VELO. This thing is trash right now, to be honest. But you got a nice flag. You're oversold in the day on the 2-day, right? And like you get a nice breakout out of that. And then once you flip to 200 SMA, you're probably good. Bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom, even though it's like fragmentedly, all twisted, squiggly wiggly, as I say, but it still moves, right? And you'd be looking at about like 404, you know, like almost someone to a double up. It looks like it's likely to happen, but again, it's slim pickings. I think there's way better to play right there. You know, bit of an enemy down there, low. Someone believes in the project. I mean, amazing place. You know, I'm not all about that, but again, that's me. Everyone has different tastes, different strokes for different folks, right? Can't believe I share the name. Okay, man on Matrix AI. Let's look at Matrix AI on KuCoin or MEXC. Now, almost all these new coins are starting to do their damage again. But look, there's a bit of that slanted Adam and Eve. And these things just like to break out and go hard. I see a big move coming to the upside for this coin. And then when I even look at the smaller time frame, so far it's doing everything that it should. Like this would be a parabolic move out of like a rising wedge here, right? And it would just explode and start to moon to the, and it's looking like the 4-hour really wants to break out. So everything looks good to me for a continuation move here out of this slanted Adam and Eve double bottom that I've been seeing pump all over the place, you know. Lunacy's been hot, you know, back up. We're having Terra Classic pumping. All sorts of stuff's been going on. And let's see here. Okay, all right. Thank you, Sean. So the thing about Lunacy, look, it came down to the 0.886 Fibonacci level. Good, you know, that's like the most. You go lower than that, then you know you're gonna start thinking that the thing's gonna dump like forever. But huge bounce for that coin, right, to the upside. You know, and what happens is people kind of talk about it. It only takes a little bit of a move. Someone, you know, usually it's kind of an event of coordination of some shadiness. Have you ever thought about reaching out to okay, 8 better be keep pumping. I got a long way to go to break even, you know. Visiting. Interesting. Boom. Now here's the deal. We're going to look at some awesome gems that we've been looking at. Things that are really looking hot to trot and things that we want to like continue to find. I want to look at NEXA. I want to look at, you know, XNA. XNA's been just the hottest thing since sliced bread right now. Really hot. Well, there we go. Let's look at XNA. And that's CoinX MEXC. Oh yeah, it's back on MEXC again. I like to look at it on the bigger chart too. Wow, look at this thing. So let's talk about this. So like this thing is now mooning again to 7. I mean, and look, it hit the target. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And now we've done extreme damage on this coin to the upside, you know. This is insanity. Shout out to anyone that jumped into XNA. I mean, this thing is out of control. About to go to a penny. And we got in at less than a tenth of a penny at 9. Now we're talking, I mean, 9 times 9, 81. I mean, 9 times 7, 63. This is 9 times 8. And 8x for me. 8xing. I mean, this is insanity. Absolute insanity. And this is a coin that really could 100x. We're just getting started at the very beginning levels. And again, I took this measured move here. That's all. And, you know, it's weird how, like, price action just tells you what it's going to do. And it's so strange. I double my money. I mean, bang. I mean, we were all over this in the trading group. Shout out to everybody here. Another all-time high for XNA. Bang, bang, bang. And that's why I love this trading group. That's why it's a place to be. That's why it's a lovely addition to your weekly or whatever you want to add to your, you know, what you want to learn. The group is just an amazing place. You have so much data, so much information, so many people and me just jumping on in there, giving you the best information possible. Join the trading group today. All right. We're having our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale going on. All right. And all the way until tomorrow, 11:59 p.m. Jump on in one more day. One more day, baby. One more time. And I'll be here every single day, no matter what. Just giving you the information. We found a beautiful reversal today for Bitcoin, right? Taught you how to do that. And then if you learn that stuff, like today, if you learn the reversal like we showed you and you watch how price action creates those reversal patterns, like we were looking at the inverted head and shoulder beforehand. We were looking for the space from the moving average. We were looking for the 786 Fibonacci level. We're looking for the, what is, you know, just kind of making it rain, you know, understanding the levels. I also want to look at it on the MEXC version. I mean, just booming. I mean, it's so funny. If you just look at on MEXC on the 2-day chart, it's just like massive candles, right? And that never happens, right? But we were in this thing before it even hit MEXC, which is, that's where you want to be, right? MEXC gets things early, but if you get in even before that, I mean, wow. This thing hitting 7, and it looks like it even went to a high of 7.5, out of control. 8, this says 8. This says we want 8, baby. 8 is where it wants to go. Amazing. 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 That's amazing. Unreal. And again, don't forget, you know, if you like to trade, trading is your thing, you know, MEXC is the place to go. All right? Wherever you live, if it fits in where you live, jump on in. 0% spot maker and taker fees, 0% future maker fee. The smallest taker fee in the game compared to any other exchange. You know, I love trading spot. Jump on in, send it to the hardware wallet. You absolutely can't beat MEXC. It's the place to be. So MEXC, link here in the comment section, and join the trading group. I'm telling you right now, you will have the greatest fun ever, especially during these times of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. All right, get the technical analysis education you deserve to change your life. All right, technical analysis education you deserve to change your life. All right. You deserve it. Like, it's time you really learn and do something different than what you've been doing before. NEXA, we want to see this pull back, and if it can pull back nicely, chance we can start getting it on the lows. There's a chance this thing just starts to take off too. So it's starting to make its rounds, NEXA, and it actually just might more, you know, and that's why I make these two patterns, because sometimes, you know, I don't get so lucky. Sometimes these things just start to make more bullish patterns and just take off. And so I always say, hey, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to do whatever, you know, the charts tell me to do and tackle that puppy, right? And just like chess, you don't know what the person you're playing chess is going to do, so you make different moves in your mind and you set up. And the more moves you can make, the better it is, you know? Like, this may not even be as steep. I think I'm a little, you know, over ostentatious there, I guess. But something's brewing, and we're going to be watching for it. If it takes this level, okay. 21 already getting a bit of a bounce. This looks like we may start going more sideways. But NEXA, you know, something on my radar, something I jumped into. I already am in NEXA. I like what I'm seeing for NEXA. Could start doing some XNA, you know, amazing sauce. And you can see this thing got 4 zeros, right? And that's where XNA had, when we started, it had 4 zeros, right? Then it went to 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 7. So, oh no, it had 3 zeros. But, you know, this thing's going for another 0, which is crazy. It might eat 2 zeros since we've been in it, which is insane. XNA was the 9th most mined coin in the game. Do you have a Nord promo code? Yeah, jump into Nord. I have a link in the description. Hit that. It will take you there. And then they're having a deal at the site, so you'll get it. You know, you don't even need a code. They're just doing it right now. Yeah. Let's take a look at GFAL, SRM, which likes to follow Solana. It's been a while since Solana pumped. You would think they're going to regroup, and eventually that's going to be another big move. Kind of a shoulder, inverted head and shoulder there, right? Not many people are trading it as much as you would like. To me, it just got to break the zone. It's difficult to say, honestly. You mean say it's getting tight in the zone. It's above the 200 SMA. These are bullish signs. To me, it's somewhat of a, you know, I guess this is what it is. If it can break out, shoulder, inverted head and shoulder somewhat, getting tight. Tight here too, a bit of a double bottom. So I'd be like, if this breaks out and boom, that would be a place I'd like to get in. It does have a nice gap of the VRVP. Looks like it can break out and it's going to try to get up to that 0.6 level. Maybe about 50% gains there. If it starts to pump, if Solana starts to pump, it'll pump. You know. CLORE AI. A newbie here, never saw this thing. Look at this thing taking off. It was 8 cents, ripped up to 15. Now it's like overbought, right? Like it's getting like, it's like a little beat up. Daily's too far away from the 200 SMA. Like I would say this thing has to come back down, right? Go to the 1 hour though and just see what it's got. But to me, yeah, it's got to make some type of move further back down. Might be a nice short, personally. I'd be pulling a fib here, a local fib in the smaller time frame, and a bigger fib at another time. Looking for this to come back down to these areas. You know. I'm a baby GFAL, man. In for the long haul. They do have some unlockings, right? And that's another thing that you want to be, you know, watchful of. But this thing's just on fire. Look at it, all-time high today, right? Ripping up 22%. And I thought it would go even more sideways before it ripped, but it just ripping. And this thing just slowly really breaks out before people realize. And it just always, you know, we've been getting instances down here. This thing just, this is a gift that keeps on giving. I mean, this is a blessing. Look at 45 right now, all-time high for me, right? I've never seen it, I think, at this high in my life. GFAL, maybe on a wick here, but shout out to anyone that jumped into GFAL. You know, another great call in the trading group. You know, we got Joystream, we got GFAL holding it down. Bang, bang, bang. Parsec is also a nice one. Flame, right? Flame. PYTH data. There you go. It's all right. I mean, it's starting to make kind of an Adam and Eve slanted in a way, right? Might have a little bit of bearish div now. You want to see if you can hold that level. But It's interesting. See, this was the place to be right here, though. And I'd be taking profits right now on this, waiting for it to pull back a little bit. You know, it has bigger moves ahead of itself, technically, you know. Just getting above the 3-day 200 SMA. But I'd still be looking for some type of pullback first. But yeah, it wants to start moving eventually. But I mean, I feel like we missed the move there. Grok looks a lot like Flame, right? I mean, it kind of had its time. A couple times in a row, right? So I like this round at bottom now. I mean, that's interesting. Can't, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Daily looks, you know, getting up there. No moving averages, really. Like, not a lot of information. You could say, hey, it's attempting to make a flag here. And that is a pretty nice little flag for some possible little gains. I would scalp this only. That I wouldn't be looking for anything else too crazy, right? But that's up to you, you know. All right. Jesus, pure. Let's take a look at SPZ. Parsec. See, Parsec is an oldie but goodie. Parsec is good for like developers on the back end. It could eventually have some pretty big indications for the back end. Is a bit of an AI play. All right, but no one really trades it, right? It's like a little bit of an unknown. I remember when this thing boomed all the way up to like, I don't know, was it like $2? And it was the talk of the town. I do like this little flag here, but also the liquidity is light. Might be better on, you know, just, I don't know, just somewhere else just because of the liquidity. But I bought this thing, I believe, on Uniswap when I first got in. Parsec. Could be a move here to the upside to about 11. Yeah. Now, Mask is a coin I love to trade. When it gets hot, it gets hot. It really does. And it gets fun to trade. You know, it tends to kind of move BNB when the market starts to grow. I see it in this kind of bullish megaphone and just kind of waiting for it to break out. It's been bullishly consolidating sideways nicely for a while now. You know, one could even bring it up here and say, hey, it's starting to build that symmetrical triangle there, right? And there's your, you know, break up either 50% up or down here. There is a gap here in the VRVP. We lose some key levels. You know, you have to start thinking that we could get a nice drop to the downside as well. But, you know, we've been consolidating around the bottom, and we've been going really sideways. Price action's been pretty boring for Mass, to be honest, for a while. Does have some connection to BNB there for a while, too. You might want to... That could be affecting it a little bit, too, you know. So... PZP, man. That thing took off, so, like, I felt like I didn't just never... I got a little bit, but never got enough, right? And did it continue to moon? It really did, right? I mean, starting to consolidate a little bit nicer here. But you could even see it had like a nice flag. Broke out, and that thing has room to move. So for the next few weeks, it could pump up and get all the way to like 80 cents. I mean, that's just very, you know, quick, broad analysis. You know, we could double top. You have to get back above that level. Use it as support or resistance. Oh wow! Ever since that little flag, it's been on fire. PZP. We were looking at it down there, 4 cents, maybe somewhere even at like 19, and then even there. Wow. PZP's been hot. All right. And Jesus Coin getting the huge pump. Really, look, like we talked about. We went over this idea. And there it is, huge candle to the upside, up almost 133% on the 33. Can you believe that? And there you have it, Jesus Coin getting the move. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. PLCUC. I don't know if that's really someone messing with me. I mean, I see it's got the cup and handle broke on up, but, you know, very small liquidity. Just, you know, you want to be careful, especially on the weekend trade, you know. And this is like, this would be a long-term idea here, right? It pumps up to a 200 on the daily. Yes, this is something you just like eventually will probably likely happen, but who knows? You know, could take triple bottom though, and it's inside of that Adam and Eve double bottom. You know. But again, small. This is like more of an experiment. $250. I would sit here and I would watch it happen, just to learn how these things play out over time. Right? I don't know the coin at all, so coin walking on water. Yeah. PZP primed. Anyway, so I mean, it all depends on the levels that you're looking at too. You know, wow, XNA. I'm blown away. Let's take a look at the total market cap and all of cryptocurrency. I want to see what's happening to the total market cap. The one thing that concerned me the most about the total market cap was the 5-day wasn't above the 200 SMA. We're actually getting rejected by it. And to me, that's interesting. Like, so Bitcoin's kind of doing something that the whole market cap hasn't done yet. So either altcoins have to start getting a lot more USD tether, or we're actually going to start seeing that predict what's going to happen to the bigger market, and we can get a pullback, you know, which is interesting. Right now, we could say, okay, we retested the zone, and we're still kind of in that great area, but I'd like to see the total market cap flip the 200 SMA here. You know, it's interesting that we haven't done that. So, you know, I thought for sure we had, and then I really looked at it. I was like, wow, that's interesting. So, I don't know, it's just something that, you know, I look at it and says, wow. At the end of the day, we're like, you know, we're in some type of funky pattern here, having a hard time getting back above some key levels, you know, so. You know, if Bitcoin can't break back up, if we can't get the whole market cap back above 1.42, we do have to think, do we enter this pattern, do we come back down here? You know, we're running out of steam. We got to really, some catalyst, some move has to get this market to kind of rev up here in the next week or two as we head on into Christmas, right? Some pull of liquidity. Up 20% on Dark Show Games play from the other day. The low market makes me nervous though. Check card. Relio Network. Tron. Super Chats. PLC. Okay, we did all the Super Chats. And the full moon is tomorrow night for us, I believe, too, which is interesting. NEOX. Wow, this is out of control. I'd wait for this to pull back too. I'll do my research, thank you. Watch something like this though. Wait for the 21 to come on in. Set an alert or two. I can have that for a snack later on. Bitcoin is set to make a move shortly. I mean, there's a chance. We went over Bitcoin at the beginning of the show. We'll take a look at it before we jump on out of here and break it down. I'm watching this 4-hour time frame inside the flag. Really, that's like at the end of the day what we're watching. And again, if we can't get back above 37,900, expect more downside. Like, we have to flip this, you know. And it's not amazing yet, but the 4-hour does say, hey, I'd like to take a reversal. I've hit this lower trend line, you know. So, and we bounce off the 1-hour 200 SMA nicely, which was, again, if we lose this 200 SMA on the 1 hour, we're gonna fall further to the downside, no matter how good it looks. And it is Sunday night with heavy volatility. I wouldn't be surprised if we made a nasty drop further down. So just be careful. All right. I don't overtrade on Sunday night. I don't have any trades open right now for Bitcoin tonight. I closed my trade earlier. At a loss, I did. Tonight in Australia, Sam full moon on Asia, I would say, then UK. Yeah. Super chats, we appreciate you. God bless you, brother. Thank you for the love. So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I want us to get back above this key resistance, specifically here at 38,200, or we'll call it $38,000. Yeah, $400. And before you even get above there, we have to get above this level here at 37,800. So, We'll see. Only time will tell. But there are some key. Look, resistance. It's been a resistance for a while now on the 1 hour time frame. All right. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to jump on out of here for the night. Remember, the Black Friday sale is still running if you want to jump on in. If you want to learn what XNA was before it pumped up. We're now up almost like 8x, blasting to the upside. Even how I traded Mara on the stock market and found out where we're going to go and how the moving averages work. How to use this VRVP in conjunction with support and resistance and really get the education you deserve. It's time that you take your life by storm. You can do this. I know you can. Go to cryptolifer.com. Jump on into our Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. Get the technical analysis advantage that's waiting for you today. I'm telling you right now, you'll love it. And I can't wait to see each and every one of you there. May God bless you all. May you have a wonderful time with your family as you may be driving home. You may be finally back home again and ready for the work week. And it was like a fantasy, right? You had the days off. At first, you got out of there, the stress. Next thing you know, you realize how much you loved your family. The days went by. You went on a few walks. You got away from what you normally do, and you really came back, and you were like, wow. For me, that's how that used to be. This one, to me, of course, wasn't the same, but maybe one day I'll get back to how they used to be. Maybe one day. God bless you all.